You were... Is it fair to say that your career was kind of an accident? I mean, this is nothing you intended, was it?
No. I was just in the right place at the right time. For a long time, I thought this was something a little bit... This shouldn't have happened to me. It should have happened to somebody else. But I've since come round to thinking that I think that, you know, that it was fate, destiny, or something like that. I do believe in those things. As I believe it's no accident that we're born into the families that we are born into. But my father was entertaining a friend of his, Lee Thompson, who was casting this movie, Tiger Bay. And he'd already cast this beautiful German film star, Horst Buchholz, who was my first love. And the film originally, the story originally was about this Polish seaman and a small boy. And they had looked for boys all over the place, but they hadn't been able to find one. And anyway, he was having lunch with my father in our home in Sussex. And he wanted my father to play the detective inspector. And I was, you've probably heard this story, I was a bit sort of hooked on doing television commercials at that time. Palmolive and Tide Clean, Murray Mints and all those things. And he was watching me and he said to my father, it doesn't have to be a boy, it could be a girl. Why don't we just do a screen test with her? So I did and got the part, and that was it.
Now, as we heard, Mrs. Walt Disney saw you.
Yes, she was in London on holiday, and with Ken Anakin's, the director Ken Anakin's wife, and it was raining. They were shopping, and so they popped into a cinema where Tiger Bay was showing, and she then called Walt and said, I think you ought to see this movie, because I think I've just seen the child who could play Pollyanna. So he came over to London, and because, funnily enough, the rank organisation wouldn't send him a print of the movie.
Why didn't he just download it?
Yes, I know. Very different world. So he came over and I met him in the Dorchester Hotel. And I went there with my mum and my dad and my brother, and we bought this small white Pekingese puppy that we'd been given by Laurence Olivier and Vivian Lee. And she'd given it to them because it was peeing all over their carpet. And we took this small Pekingese with us, and of course it peed all over the Dorchester's carpet. So that really was what we were talking about. You know, there was Walt down on the ground, scrubbing the carpet with a towel, and we just chatted, really, and I didn't even have to do a screen test, and that was another big difference. I mean, today you have to do a screen test if you want to cross over the road. So, you know, it was very easy and very, very lucky.
If somebody wrote that up in a